In their wisdom, the BBC have decided not to give me a new series. They're giving me a whole new channel, BBC Quirk, a TV channel that picks up the baton from BBC One and Two and runs amok with it.
There will be themes.
You might get a whole night of stuff on your favourite programme, or a Vets in Practice Extra where we do things in a bit more detail. And on Saturday nights there'll be a chance to catch up on the week's most talked about BBC programmes. Apparently it's all fine, but they don't like the name Quirk. They want to call this new channel BBC Choice. BBC Choice. I still think Quirk's better.
Now on BBC Two, a moving and personal story on Videonation.
But when Britain fought for her freedom...
When I was called up in 1942, they asked me no questions whatsoever about my sexuality.
Gay soldiers were finding their own freedom.
I thought we were in love.
I became a mascot for the crew. They adored me.
Timewatch, a new series, begins with Saxon War, Tuesday at 9 on BBC Two.
I think I did my bit for my country, always in action one way or the other.
Now on BBC Two, we learn of the 18th century anatomist who is prepared to dig up an old flame to fuel the cause of science. Raiders of the human body.
On the threshold of its third millennium, the world's oldest institution is at a crossroads. The Catholic Church claims the allegiance of 1/6 of humanity, but it's struggling to come to terms with the modern world.
When you have power over the absolute truth, it can be an absolute corruption.
Absolute Truth, the story of a revolution. Sunday at 8 on BBC Two.
Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother.
Attitude comes to the Comedy Zone.
Wicked. We're blokes.
What are you staring at? You're next. He's always trying to chat me up.
You don't need no travel card for this, old man.
Wild Times in the Comedy Zone, Friday from 9 on BBC Two.
There you go, eh?
Haven't you gone yet?
A gruesome find in the desert begins a tricky investigation for John Beck and Catherine Ross in BBC One's thriller in 5 minutes, A Climate for Killing. Now on BBC Two, Grace has her degree and her hopes are high for a good job. If only life were that simple.